There's something deeply comforting about being in the presence of a chosen one. Their energy brings peace. Their smile calms storms. Their silence speaks louder than words. They're naturally empathic, fiercely loving, and unapologetically generous. They walk into your life like a gentle breeze, offering safety, warmth, and the rare gift of being truly seen. But here's what most people miss. Even the calmest ocean can become a tsunami if disturbed long enough. Chosen ones aren't just spiritual, they are spiritually armed. Their kindness isn't naivety, it's disciplined wisdom. Their patience isn't weakness, it's strength restrained. And when they're betrayed, pushed too far, or spiritually threatened, something ancient and divine awakens within them. A storm, a fire, a roar that shakes everything around them. Today we're exploring 8 powerful reasons why chosen ones are often the kindest souls you'll meet, but also the most dangerous when provoked. If this message finds you at a sacred moment, it's not a coincidence. It's divine timing. You're meant to hear this. If it resonates, type 111 in the comments to affirm and unlock divine blessings. And make sure you're subscribed, because this space is made for you, the chosen one. Now let's begin. 1. Their energy heals, but it can also burn. Chosen ones carry an energy that doesn't just soothe, it transforms. Being around them feels like an emotional cleanse. Their presence lifts heavy emotions, restores clarity, and awakens hope. Their aura feels like medicine for the soul. But that same divine light also reveals. It doesn't just comfort, it exposes falsehoods, peels back illusions, and burns away masks. People often confuse their softness with weakness, assuming they can be used or manipulated. That's a mistake, because when their light turns inward, when it purges what no longer belongs, nothing false can survive. 2. Their patience isn't endless, it's intentional. One of their most misunderstood traits is patience. It's not passive, it's spiritual strategy. They observe, they wait, they give people space to change, even when they already see the truth. They don't react in haste. They allow room for growth, for repentance, for divine timing to work. But that patience has a limit. When it ends, it's not an outburst. It's a shift in the spiritual atmosphere. When they walk away or speak up, it's not emotion. It's purpose. It's mercy running out. It's a final call before the fire falls. They don't waste energy proving themselves. They give you time to stop playing with fire before it consumes what you thought you had control over. 3. When they snap, it's divine judgment, not just emotion. Chosen ones are not easily angered by trivial things. They're deeply grounded, emotionally intelligent, and spiritually attuned. But if you deceive them with intention, mock their grace, or violate their soul repeatedly, the response you'll receive is not human rage. It's divine justice flowing through flesh and bone. Their explosion isn't an emotional outburst. It's a cosmic verdict. When they've been pushed beyond the edge, what awakens within them isn't ego, it's sacred fire. And when they finally speak or act, it's as if truth itself is being channeled through their voice. They don't just express hurt, they deliver prophecy. Words that shatter illusions, confront darkness, and expose what was hidden. Not to punish, but to reveal. Not to destroy, but to awaken. When they snap, it's never petty. It's purposeful. It's a spiritual reckoning that leaves a lasting impact. Because in that moment, they don't just speak for themselves. They speak on behalf of truth. And truth, when unleashed through a chosen one, does not return empty. It transforms everything it touches. For they are natural protectors, including of themselves. Chosen ones are defenders of the light. They're drawn to shield the vulnerable, lift the voiceless, and comfort the forgotten. Their presence is a spiritual fortress. People feel safe around them without needing to understand why. They step in where others hesitate, not for praise, but because their soul was designed to stand between innocence and harm. But here's what many forget. That same divine protector instinct turns inward. Chosen ones guard their own peace, energy, and sacred space with equal intensity. Don't mistake their compassion for self-neglect. The same sword they raise for others, they'll use to protect themselves. In spiritual warfare, they're seasoned warriors. If you continually cross their boundaries or disturb their alignment, they won't beg or argue. They'll disappear, not with bitterness, but with clarity. Cutting ties isn't revenge, it's spiritual hygiene. 5. Their rage isn't loud, it's annihilating. A chosen one doesn't waste energy on arguments. They won't yell or plead for understanding. Their power rests in silence, in decisions made quietly, without audience. When deeply betrayed, they don't erupt, they retreat. Fully, permanently. And that absence speaks louder than any words could. Because when a chosen one leaves your life, their absence becomes a mirror. The peace they carried is gone, and you're left to face the chaos they once calmed. Their silence thunders. Their withdrawal isn't to punish. It's to let karma reveal the cost of what was lost. Their rage isn't an attack. It's a divine departure. 6. Their intuition is weaponized by truth. Chosen ones aren't just intuitive, they're divinely guided. They read energy like others read faces. You can't lie to someone who has been refined by spiritual fire. They see beyond appearances into hidden motives, masked insecurities, and spiritual shadows. Try to deceive them, and you'll awaken the sharpest part of them, the seer within. They might not always speak what they see, but they feel it all. And when provoked, they won't strike with fists, they strike with truth. A few calm words can expose your deepest hidden wounds. That's why toxic people fear them, not for aggression, but for the way their presence becomes a confrontation with the shadow self. Truth is their weapon, and they wield it with divine precision. 7. Their mercy has limits. Chosen ones carry hearts full of compassion. They believe in second chances, healing, and redemption. They'll stand beside you when no one else will. They'll pray for you even when you've betrayed them. They honor your process, not your perfection. But mercy has a limit. There's a spiritual threshold. When grace is abused, truth ignored, and lessons refused, something shifts. The one who once covered you now lets go. Not out of hate, but out of divine alignment. The protection they offered is withdrawn, and with it, you're no longer shielded from the consequences. Their mercy, once your greatest gift, becomes the line you should have never crossed. Because when their grace ends, divine justice begins. 8. Their energy shifts the atmosphere, for better or worse. Chosen ones don't just enter a space, they transform it. Their energy is a spiritual frequency. You may not see it, but you feel it. People feel calm, uplifted, or inspired around them. That's because their spirit carries divine vibration. They bring clarity to confusion, peace to chaos, light to darkness. But provoke them, and you'll witness the opposite. Disturb their peace, and you disturb the spiritual balance. Suddenly, tension fills the room. Conversations stall. The energy becomes heavy. It's not random, it's reaction. Their spirit is so attuned that any discord creates a ripple. Their silence becomes thunder. Their stillness becomes a message. Their presence speaks even when their mouth is closed. To those who have a chosen one in your life, honor them. You're not just standing in front of a person. You're standing before purpose. Don't mistake their kindness for weakness. Don't confuse their silence for ignorance. And never test the patience of someone who can call down spiritual fire with a single prayer. And to you, dear chosen one, this message is your reminder. Your gentleness is not a flaw. Your grace is not ignorance. Your power lies in your restraint, your discernment, your alignment with divine timing. You are more powerful than you realize. Your calm is your strength. Your silence is your storm. And your presence is your prayer. This is the Alchemy of Awareness channel. If you receive this message in divine timing, type 1111 in the comments for alignment and blessings. Subscribe for more truths that speak directly to your spirit. Until next time, walk in light, but never forget the fire you carry. Thank you for watching.